Hey guys, what's going on? Brian Kelly here, and hey, I wanted to share some really good information with you. I was on my Facebook earlier, and I saw a guy named Steve Harvey. Everyone knows who Steve Harvey is. If you don't, he's the host of Family Feud, and the guy has a really good story. He was basically saying, people. The whole thing is this: when we look at really successful people. We often look at the way they are at that present time, but we don't realize the struggle they went to get to where they are at the current time. And he was talking about his story, and I thought it was really, really impressive. So I kind of want to share it with you. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever, but I just kind of want to go over it with you. And that is this: Steve Harvey, for 3 years, he actually lived in his car. When he first started out, he was doing jokes. He was going to these comedy clubs and he was doing jokes, and he called them $25 jokes. All right, and every night he'd do a joke, a comedy club thing. They'd pay him like $25. He did that for the longest time. Then after a while, he started getting good, and they started paying him $250. Okay, and let me reverse back here. Okay, here's the deal. I'm messing this story up, but anyway. He said that his first year doing stand-up comedy, he made $3,200. The next year, he made $5,500. In the third year, he made like $7,500 for 1 year. Okay, so a total of 3 years, he made only $15,000. Okay, that's not a lot of money. So because of that, he was homeless. So he lived in his car for like 3 years. Isn't that crazy? So, but despite that, deep inside of him, he wanted to do stand-up. He wanted to be successful. He knew that he could be successful if he kept on trying. So he didn't quit. Okay, he didn't quit. He kept going out there, and so he would get paid $25. For stand-up comedy for one night. Then, after a while, it was $250. Then it was $2,500, okay? Then he got to the point where he got so big that they were paying him $125,000 for stand-up. Then he got with these folks, the Kings of Comedy, and in 1 year, guys, he and the group were able to make $58 million for telling jokes, okay? $58 million for telling jokes. That is insane. But the point he was trying to make is this, okay? We as individuals, we all have hopes, we have dreams, we have goals and so forth, okay? But if you wait for things to be perfect, okay, before you start, that's never going to happen. You've got to step out on faith and just actually take the necessary steps to get to where you want to go. And the main thing is this: you don't want to quit. Whatever you do, do not quit under any circumstances, okay? Now, people have this notion, hey, I want to go out there and make $1 million. But that's not the way to think of things, okay? Look at your strengths. Focus on your strengths, okay? Focus on your strengths. What are you good at? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at photography? Are you good at marketing? Are you good at talking to people? Are you good at, whatever you're good at, okay? Sit there and try to monetize it. How can I take my idea, okay? How can I take this idea that I have? How can I take my expertise? How can I take my strengths and monetize it? Turn it into something where I can make some actual money with it, okay? That's how you have to look at it. And then, even if you're making a $10 idea or a $20 idea, so what? That's where you have to start, okay? And then, and the great thing about the world that we live in now, you can do a YouTube video, right? You can do, put stuff on Facebook, and before you know it, things can go viral. But the thing about it is there are people out there, okay? There are people out there that are looking for something that you have to offer, okay? You don't even realize it, but you have genius inside of you. You have expertise inside of you. You got something that someone is wanting, but you have not been afraid to step out of faith and do it, or for whatever reason you haven't done it yet, okay? So I'm saying to you, no matter how small you think it is, if you have something deep in your heart that you really want to do, don't wait because the perfect time is never there. Okay, if you wait for all the T's to be crossed and all the I's to be dotted, you'll never get started. Okay, you'll never ever get started. For me, I mean, for this stuff, I'm doing the Prosperity Home Network. Okay, and last year about this time, I had 0 subscribers. I had no subscribers at all. I knew nothing about YouTube or whatever. And now, like a year later, I have 510 people on my subscriber list, and that's not a whole lot, but it's a lot better than nothing, right? And so whether you're getting involved in this program or not, that's not even the point. The point I'm trying to make is this: you have genius inside of you. You can achieve your goals, but you cannot give up. Okay, no matter how dark it gets, you know what I mean. You gotta keep striving. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta know. I'm sweating. Godly, this is terrible. I'm sorry. You gotta keep pushing, and you can do it. I mean, this guy, like Steve Harvey, man, this guy, he's now this guy's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? But years ago, he was living in his car, okay? He made $15,000 in 3 years. He was homeless, living in his car for 3 years. People had given up on him, but he didn't give up on himself, okay? That's the main. He did not give up on himself. He kept pushing. He kept pushing. He kept pushing. And because of that, he didn't give up. That's the reason why he is where he is today. And that's not just for him. That's for a lot of people, And I'm not just talking about like making money. I'm not saying that, success is, to me, success is not completely, it's not completely about, making a whole lot of money. Because there's a lot of people who make a lot of money who are, I think they're losers. They're not nice people, whatever. But you can do things for people. You can do a service to people, or whatever the case may be, and that would, to me, that would be a great definition of success. Whatever it is, I mean, that you want to do in your life. I think that you can definitely succeed at it, but again, you cannot quit. You cannot give up. Okay, you cannot throw in the towel. Just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. I saw it on my Facebook, and I just thought it was a very inspirational message, from a guy that we all look at now. And again, we all always seem to look at people as to where they are now, but we don't understand how much struggle they had, prior to their success. And so wanted to kind of share that with you guys, and just keep up the good work, man. Keep on. And like I said, if you have an idea, I don't care how big or how small it is, sit down, have a talk with yourself, write down how you feel you can take that idea of yours and put it into practice where you can monetize. You can make videos, you can make books, you can make manuals describing your expertise, and you can sell it to people all around the world, okay? All around the world. You'll have money coming in like you would not believe. I'm telling you guys, this has happened to me. I'm a living witness to that, and it can happen to you. But what did I say? You cannot give up. Take care. Bye.